Good morning, Eagles, and welcome to the final edition of EaglEye for the 2017-2018 school year. I'm Marie Pena.
And I'm Emily Westcott. You know, this hot weather hit us pretty hard after an abnormally long winter, but here we are and school's almost out for the summer.
Almost out forever, well, for some of us. It's the last day of high school for us seniors, and we're looking forward to wrapping things up and enjoying some well-deserved rest before our next set of future plans.
And everyone is looking forward to some summer fun. Joe has some suggestions for some fun things to do this summer.
Things to do during summer. Have a great summer.
You know, that does look like a lot of fun. You know what else seems really fun? The R&B band.
Absolutely. Steven's part of that, and he worked on a story, didn't he?
Yeah, let's check it out.
3 years ago, when Mr. Scalise joined Apple Valley High School, he had a vision for a unique band, which he later called the Apple Valley High R&B Band. Today, the group of students travel all over the Twin Cities to perform music from the Motown and Stax genre. In fact, they're the only high school R&B band in the state and one of select few in the country.
We were invited to the MMEA clinic. It's a really prestigious thing to be invited. It shows that the committee that selects you believes that you are a great example for other schools in the state. So I think the leaders at the MMEA, or Music Educators Association, wanted to highlight us. They had heard about us in the media, and so they were like, oh, they're really good. Let's have them here.
With the exciting MMEA performance behind them, the band is now in full swing for their summer performance season. Let's take a closer look at what it is like performing in the band.
Performing in the band is just, it's like such a sense of family, and just having everyone like support you no matter what, and you come in and you all perform and you give your best effort, and everyone's making their own form of art, and it's just incredible to be surrounded by all the talent.
Since we only meet once a week, we have to really work hard during our practices, so it takes a lot of focus and a lot of work goes into our practices, because it's really hard to get a full rhythm section and a horn section and a singer section to sound good.
I think anyone should try out, because it's the most fun thing about my week. I'm ready to go to R&B on Tuesday. It's so much fun. There's so many opportunities to learn music and to go to all these places where just music is the main focus, and it's incredible to see anything that you wouldn't really see here.
People should come and see the band perform, because it's a super good time. You can see your peers sing and perform, and it's always a really good show. We're always laughing and having a really good time, and you can really tell that the audience enjoys watching us, because you don't see a high school band sing and do all that stuff that we do.
The AV R&B Band is said to have an exciting summer performance season. If you'd like to know more information as to when their gigs are, you can check on their website at avrnb.com or their Twitter handle @avrnb. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Steven Schroeder.
That looks like a lot of fun.
I know that I'll be spending a lot of time at the beach this summer.
And I'll be playing video games with my family, in my house.
Fun. But you know, when the younger Eagles come back to school in the fall, there'll be a lot of cool new changes to AVHS, and the new year will bring a lot of new opportunities.
Absolutely. One thing that will actually be very new to AVHS is the advisory program. There is a great deal of misconception about what this will look like and what it will be, but Jacob spoke to Mr. Melton to get the real scoop.
The word is spreading. AVHS will be getting an advisory program next year, but there's still some uncertainty about what exactly that means. We caught up with Mr. Melton, who has been working hard with his teachers and administrators to design a program that makes sense for AVHS.
I think it's a good idea. I think I'm a little nervous because it's a big change, and I think there's some students, and then we've had some parents and even teachers who have expressed that there's a little bit of nervousness, but when you would get together with the same, probably no more than 20 students in the same location, mixed grades, it's meant to be random, and those are the people that you would be with for the 4 years with the same teacher. As we're talking with students, we're trying to convey to them that we don't have an exact template that we're using. We're kind of, we have some ideas, and it's been great to get the feedback from the parents. But we're also wanting to hear from kids, and we're also wanting them to tell us what they think and what we can do to make it.
Advisory programs have been done successfully in many high schools, and AVHS is hoping to use it to create a stronger, more supportive community for each and every student. It will likely include career exploration, academic support, community building activities, STEM challenges like this year's Airplane Challenge, and other fun activities. We look forward to this and many other changes at AVHS next year. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Jacob Hartman.
If you have questions about the advisory program or want to share your thoughts, there will be opportunities coming.
Look for a survey coming in Schoology and possibly an open session that students can attend where they can ask questions and be heard.
The school is also looking for juniors, next year's seniors, who would be interested in helping the effort next year.
Student voice is very important at AVHS, and they want to hear from you.
AVHS as a building and school is changing, and we're seeing changes in our district as well.
The superintendent of our school district is retiring. Jane Behrens is an amazing woman, and her legacy is rich within our school district. Connie gives us an in-depth look at her legacy.
The end of the school year is wrapping up, and with it comes the retirement of some of our favorite teachers, including our very own superintendent, Jane Behrens. She has worked in education for many years, but what you may not know about her is that she started off as one of the first ever students to attend Apple Valley High School.
So I went to Rosemont Elementary, and then my family moved and I went to Northview, and then Valley Middle School opened up. Then this wasn't open, so then we went to Rosemont High, my family, for 9th and 10th, and then came on over to Apple Valley High to open it my junior year. So I was part of band, played trumpet, I was student council and cheerleader.
I first know Jane back when her name was Vandrarty, and there were 8 Vandrarty kids at one time lived in Rosemont. So I've known the Vandrarty family probably since I was 8 years old.
Always fostering friendships in her schools, Miss Behrens touches people's lives every single day.
For me to be able to be personal and hear people's personal stories, that is my joy, but also my challenge. You guys know I'm superintendent, right? Mm-hmm. Is there anything you want to ask me now that you have me sitting here? And some of my best days are when I'm able to get out into school sites and talk to kids, talk to staff.
It's been real easy for me to approach Jane because of how long I've known her, and she really has done a remarkable job taking care of the older buildings in the district, and in particular Apple Valley High.
It will be so odd for me to not be part of a large organization, but I know that my hope as I move out will always be part of a community and a learning community, and how do I continue to grow, and how do I be around others who continue to grow.
A student, a teacher, a principal, a superintendent. For 31 years, Ms. Behrens has cared for students and served our district well. Without her, our community would not be as successful as it is today. Your dedication towards students' education shines through the schools, and we are proud to call you our superintendent. So thank you, Superintendent Behrens. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Connie Knipe.
She's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I had no idea how involved she was with District 196, even when she was our age.
Neither did I.
Well, congratulations on your retirement, Mrs. Behrens, and we look forward to hearing about your next success.
Goodness, a lot has happened this year. In less than 365 days, we've seen and learned a lot.
Tell me about it. Hey, do you remember when Hunter and Kaylee did that story at the beginning of the year of new teachers for our first EaglEye story?
Of course.
Well, they got a chance to catch up with them as they entered the last moments of their first year teaching it here at AVHS. Let's see how they're doing.
I have learned that Apple Valley High School is an amazing community of teachers, of students. I've had a lot of good, memorable moments. It's been a great year. I think what I enjoyed the most was the after-school time, talking with students, so outside of class, when they stop by the desk or we hang out in the library, and just really getting to know them and who they are outside of the classroom.
I've taught at 3 schools now, and I realize at every school, kids are about the same. They're nice, and if you give them respect, they generally give it back to you. And even though they say they don't want to learn, that school is kind of tough or whatever, sometimes boring for them, if you make the relationships, then it seems to be a helpful thing. I would say probably my first day, like when I have a twin, and so just showed up with him and teaching because it's kind of been our dream to teach together. So I just remember feeling like, yeah, we did it. And so I'll say my most memorable moment would probably be like, hey, we're at the same staff meeting together, and that was pretty cool.
So memorable moment. I think everybody is really respectful. That was really interesting to me. So I was teaching different school districts before and I was really used to it. So I'm so surprised. I was so used to not homework never get turned in or whatnot. So here, many students turning in on time, so it's cool. It's great. So students are great, awesome here.
Glad to see they're enjoying their first year here. I think we can all agree we're glad to have them.
Oh yeah, and there's another group at AVHS who get to relive their first year here. Our Valley Middle 8th graders get to come right back here for their freshman year of high school and will be the first ever 5-year AVHS students. Here's a little insight into how the experience was for them this year.
Hey Eagles, this year at Apple Valley there have been tons of new things. There's been a lot of construction and we even had the whole 8th grade class from Valley Middle here all year. We decided to talk to some of them and see how things have changed throughout this year.
At the beginning of the year I was kind of scared to be at the high school because I'm this little girl that I don't know, I'm just not very tall and stuff, so I was kind of afraid it was going to be like the movies where people just run over you. Surprisingly, no one really talks to you in the hallways besides your friends. I thought it was going to be like the movie thing where people run over you and they're super mean, but surprisingly it wasn't bad at all. I actually liked it.
Well, when I first came to high school, I thought everybody was going to be super mean, and when you're in the hallways, push you around, but now I know that they're not. They're all super friendly, and if you get lost, you can ask them where to go.
It's kind of surprised me how nice all the high schoolers were. They helped out all the 8th graders, and they weren't super mean at all.
I was really nervous, but also really excited to be at the high school. And I was really kind of confused with all the hallways and where all the classes were, but now I don't get lost, so that was really cool.
Now that the 8th graders know the lay of the land, we look forward to welcoming them back next year as AVHS students. Reporting for EaglEye one last time, I'm Antonio DeLugo.
Valley Middle 8th graders, you know the lay of the land. We're looking to you to be positive leaders at AVHS next year. It was great having you with us this year.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You know, despite everything, I kind of miss middle school. I really learned a lot those years.
Yeah, absolutely. We had advisory together. And to think about it, we had a lot more free time and less stress and less worries.
Right. Well, Eagles, that's all the time we have today. To the underclassmen of the 2017-2018 school year, good luck and keep moving forward from all of us in the class of 2018.
And with that, stay classy, Apple Valley.